Good morning. This morning we have some in-gathering music to sing together, Joy in the Morning. So please rise in body or spirit and join us.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. First of all, I want to thank you all. Normally, when I am board host, someone at the last minute comes up and gives me an announcement. History has been made. I have a record few number of announcements. Thank you. I'm Annie Simpson. I'm secretary of the board, and I would really love to enter into worship with you in a positive note. So please, whether you are on Zoom or here in the sanctuary, we're really glad to see you, and we're happy that you're with us this morning. This is no matter how old, no matter how young, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, however you identify, and whomever you love, you know you're welcome here. You're welcome to this place, whether you are attending the service in person or online. Congregants who are present in person, let's take a moment and say hello. Which way? Back there. Hi. Thanks. So our monthly potluck and game night is this Friday. This means you can come and enjoy good food and good company and good games. This is the 20th. It starts at 6. Please invite your friends and bring something good to eat. Or bring cash if you don't cook. So, the title of the next one is Lawyer Assistance Requested. You've heard this before if you've been to church. So as we look toward our future, the board is also taking a look at our past. In 1989, the Berlin Wall came down. Batman was the #1 movie, and our church signed a deed of easement and agreement with the Reston Association. 1989, and it hasn't been updated since. We all love a good 80s throwback, but our legal documents shouldn't be the one. Your board is officially on a mission to modernize the agreement without any help from the Reston Association, believe it or not, and we're looking for legal minds within our community to help. So if you or anyone you know may be willing to help, please email our president at president@uureston.org, Mike Schmidt, or our treasurer, Sabrina Woodleaf, at treasurer@uureston.org. Let's come into the 21st century together. The Juliettes, that's just us ladies imbibing, eating, and talking, Juliet. We are gathering tomorrow, February 16th at 5:30 at the Silver Diner. Come join the conversation, laughter, and good company. For more information, please contact Carol Shoemaker. If you're here, Carol, there's Carol Shoemaker. Thank you. So the final announcement is after the service, we're having our annual meeting. We need a quorum and we need your opinion. So if your presence can help us carry out the important work of our congregation and our governance. The primary focus is electing leaders for the year ahead, and we will be voting on 2 new board members, a board president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary, as well as 2 new members of the nominating committee. And we'll also have a financial report from, I'm not sure, 24-25 financial year. So now let us center for worship and take a moment to silence or turn off your phone or electronic device. Take some deep, quieting breaths with me. I'm not good at this, so let's do it. Ready? Let us enter our time of worship together as we enjoy this morning's prelude.
Good morning. I am Reverend Aileen Fitzke, and it is my honor to serve this congregation as its minister. Our opening words this morning are from the book Deep Play by Diane Ackerman. Play is far older than humans. It is so familiar to us, so deeply ingrained in the matrix of childhood, that we take it for granted. The more an animal needs to survive, the more it needs to play. Play is so widespread among animals because it invites problem solving, allowing a creature to test its limits and develop strategies. In a dangerous world where dramas change daily, survival belongs to the agile, not the idle. We may think of play as optional, a casual activity, but play is fundamental to evolution. Without play, humans and many other animals would perish.
Our opening hymn today is number 338, I Seek the Spirit of a Child. Well, please rise in body or spirit and join us.
Today's chalice lighting is by Melanie Davis. Under the right circumstances, playing with fire can be a delight. Imagine being gathered around a fire pit as crackling flames invite us to sing, dance, and roast a marshmallow or two. Our chalice also invites us to play, although with ideas rather than with marshmallows. The flame encourages us to explore who we are, who our neighbors are, and where we are on our spiritual journeys. Today, we light this chalice in the spirit of play. Let us trust the light to guide us in this hour and in the days to come, finding joy along the way.
We have a tradition of singing our covenant together every Sunday morning. Love is the spirit of this church. We remain seated to sing our covenant together. If you are here today for the very first time, we invite you to accept this song as our blessing to you.
Good morning. Now is the time for all ages, so if anyone is feeling young of body or young of spirit, I invite you to come forward. Good to see you this morning. Welcome, welcome. So, yes. So we have a Wonder Box, and Arthur, did you want to open the Wonder Box today? Okay. Let's see what's inside. And this is, okay, can you unfold that and show it to everyone? Hold it up so we can see what we have. Ah, it's a board game. So can you do it the other way? Thank you, and then hold that. It's Candyland. I wonder how many people here have played Candyland. Oh my goodness. If there happens to be someone who hasn't, how you play it is you draw cards that have squares, a square with a color. You move your marker to the color on the card. And there are cards with other pictures. Now, I remember one time being all close to the top, way ahead of everyone else, and then I drew a peppermint candy and had to go all the way back almost to the beginning. I was so frustrated. But I've seen it happen to other people when on the next turn, they draw the picture that brings them all the way back close to the end ahead of everyone else. It may have happened for me. This game taught me resilience. It taught me that I might not know what was going to happen, and that the point of games really is just to have fun and be with people. So we can learn a lot from play, and we can gain hope and joy as we connect with each other in this fun way. And you can take that back and sit down now. I am going to invite you to play a game right now. It's called All My Friends and Neighbors. And how we're going to play it today is I'm going to say something, And if it's true for you, raise your hand. Got it? So the first question is, I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who have watched the Winter Olympics this year. The next one is, I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who have lived their entire life in Northern Virginia. We have a few. Now, I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who like ice cream. Now, I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who who sing or play an instrument. Yeah. I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who like to play video games. I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who can tap dance. A few. I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who speak Portuguese. None of us? Oh, we have something to learn. Now I'm looking for all my friends and neighbors who are looking forward to spring. All right. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you feel a little more joy and a little more connection. And we're going to keep on exploring play today. And anyone who is in 12th grade or younger who would like to join us for some games are invited to leave now as we sing you out with Go With Joy. And the lyrics will be projected here, and they're in your order of service.
Now is the time in our service when we share our joys and concerns, so no one ever has to hold them alone. If you are joining us remotely this morning, you may wish to light a real or virtual candle wherever you are to mark what is in your heart. As members of the in-person congregation, place stones in the water here in the sanctuary. If those of you at home would like to share what's on your heart today in the congregational chat on the screen, please write to all attendees, and please remember that what you share will be public. Those at home may then read others' joys and concerns shared in the chat, and then enter into your own time of reflection and prayer, as we all listen to Diane play our meditation music. So I invite all those present to come forward and place stones if you would like. Meditation. Spirit of life and love that so faithfully animates our creation, we are grateful for this community that is with us in times of both joy and sorrow. We hold in our hearts this morning all who are facing any hardship or difficulty, those who are grieving or facing illness or injury to themselves, their friends, and their loved ones. In particular, this morning, we hold in our hearts and prayers Carolyn Ewart, who is in Reston Hospital, Judy Palizzati, who is in Georgetown Hospital, and for all those who are suffering war and violence. For all these, we light this candle. Let us take a moment of silence.
As a self-funded church, it's on? I can't hear it. Okay. We at UU Reston rely on your generosity of members and friends, to fund daily operations, and we rely on you to find them as well. Thank you for your guidance. And we hope to ensure that the church and its resources are here for us and for others, now and into the future. Pledges support our worship and music programs, our religious education program, programs for members and friends. It supports our community outreach and connections to Unitarian Universalism. We now invite you to support the work of UU Reston by making your donation to the collection plate if you are here in the room, or at the link on the slide and in the chat box if you are attending remotely. Thank you for your generosity and support of our beloved spiritual community.
Thank you, Diane. The writer Angelus Arian writes, in many shamanic societies, if you came to a medicine person complaining of being disheartened, dispirited, or depressed, they would ask one of the following 4 questions. When did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? When did you stop being comforted by the sweet territory of silence? When I used to have a free day with no responsibilities, I used to pack a backpack, fill it with pens, pencils, maybe watercolors, and all sorts of paper, maybe a book I wanted to start or was in the middle of, maybe snacks, and just walk. I often had no destination in mind, and I didn't know where I would eventually end up. A coffee shop, a park, a local art museum. One time I happened across the local Friends of the Library book sale and found myself with additional weight for the walk home. The point was to clear my mind, get myself out of conventional ways of thinking of things, perhaps spur creativity, allow me to see different aspects of my life with new eyes, or simply to rest from my very busy, structured life. When thinking about this, I realized I haven't done this for a very long time. A few months ago, I was in a used bookstore and came upon this book called The Wander Society by the artist and activist Carrie Smith. At first, I thought, is this a thing? A Wander Society? But then I realized it was a book on creativity. It gave the reader various fun activities to do while they wander, most especially the permission to just wander without destination. I thought, oh, a book after my own heart. As adults, we often don't give ourselves time to play. Play, we believe, is a waste of time. There are more serious ways to keep ourselves engaged in the world. I'm going to read the opening words this morning from Diane Ackerman's book, Deep Play. Play is far older than humans. It's so familiar to us, so deeply ingrained in the matrix of childhood, that we take it for granted. The more an animal needs to survive, the more it needs to play. Play is so widespread among animals because it invites problem solving, allowing a creature to test its limits and develop strategies. In a dangerous world where dramas change daily, survival belongs to the agile, not the idle. We may think play as optional, a casual activity, but play is fundamental to evolution. Without play, humans and other animals would perish. We may not think of play as a form of resilience, but it is. Play in its many forms allow us to practice and rehearse ideas and possibilities beyond what is currently possible. It allows us to question and model a different kind of space. Creativity is central to rethinking what is. Last week, I talked about Ashen Crawley's idea of otherwise possibilities. That is, what is only one possibility of what can be. There are always otherwise possibilities. He writes, imagination is necessary for thinking and breathing into the capacities of infinite alternatives. One of the best ways for us to stimulate the imagination is to play, but we sometimes forget how. I have 2 friends, Graham and Otto. They're married, and they're the most fun people I know. One day, we were sitting together at dinner. They had just come back from adult summer camp. Adult summer camp. Has anyone else ever been to adult summer camp? And through the course of our dinner together, they taught everyone at the table a game that involved rhythm and our water cups. Until by the end of dinner, we were clapping our hands, clanging our cups, and just laughing hysterically, probably much to the chagrin of the surrounding tables. Stuart Brown, the founder of the National Institute of Play, did you know there's a National Institute of Play? He did not begin his research studying play. He began his research in the 1970s, studying the behavior of men who were incarcerated for mass murder. He and his fellow researchers wanted to determine what caused these men to behave in the way that they did. Among other factors, they found that these men were what they termed play-deprived as children. This led him to study the role of play in child development, as well as the role of play in humans and other animals. He found that the impulse to play is as innate as the impulse for food and sleep. And people who suppress their innate desire for play, writes Brown, may experience their lives as tinged with depression and may lack the optimism, adaptability, and resiliency to perform well in their work and family lives. What is and how do we experience play? According to Brown, play is a state of mind that one has when absorbed in an activity that provides enjoyment and a suspension of a sense of time. And play is self-motivated so that you want to do it over and over and over. And Angeli Sharon writes in her book, Joyous Resilience, about the embodied nature of play. Creativity and experiencing pleasure in our bodies through the senses runs the gamut of activities: song, music, art, cooking, gardening, craft, poetry, dance, and storytelling, to name a few. The defining factor is experiencing some of these salient features: a sense of losing time or being in flow, a satisfaction from the process as much as the outcome, and a reconnection with ourselves and the landing back in our bodies. When we learn to exercise our play muscles, we learn how to be more flexible, more innovative, even, I would argue, more compassionate. In the 1970s, a man named Augusto Boal, a theater practitioner influenced by the writings of Paulo Freire, developed a new kind of theater called the theater of the oppressed. It has developed over time into an interactive theater experience in which the actors and audience, or spect-actors, explore, show, analyze, and transform the reality in which they are living. Boal clarifies that this practice is not intended to show the correct path, but rather discover all the possible paths which may be further examined. The theater itself is not revolutionary, but it offers a chance to rehearse for revolution. The spect-actors learn much from the enactment, even though the acting is fiction, because the fiction stimulates real-life situations, problems, and solutions. Has anyone ever participated in the theater of the oppressed? There's one in New York City that's very popular. That is, the actors and spect-actors engage in rehearsal for real-life scenarios that they may face, like having the courage to intervene when others are being hurt, and to help them imagine transformation of unjust actions and systems. We all need ways to give expression to that innate sense of play inside us. It helps us respond to the uncertainty that often surrounds us. Imagination and play help us find those otherwise possibilities. I am often taken by the ways people respond to crisis. As I talked about last week, people begin to set up pantries of all sorts to respond to immediate needs. They take to the streets to protect their neighbors, but they also play. I was struck last summer at the response of the people in Portland and the many ways that they enacted protest. They dressed up in blow-up animal suits, colorful dinosaur outfits, a naked bike ride, hilarious signs, all sorts of nonviolent resistance, many of which held elements of play and humor. believe that people use cruelty and domination as ways of controlling others. They are those, I believe, who have been deprived of play. That basic instinct has been repressed, and they take out their anger, depression, frustration on others because all they have left is fear. We cannot let ourselves land or get drawn into that place. We must begin to play and use our imagination, finding within ourselves and in conjunction with others those otherwise possibilities. Ruha Benjamin writes, we have to topple the steel curtains and bulldoze the wire fences lurking in our own imaginations. We must populate our imagination with images and stories of our shared humanity, of our interconnectedness, our solidarity as people, a poetics of welcome, not walls. Play, creativity, imagination. We are all graced with these abilities. They are our tools for disrupting cruelty, evil, and domination. Joy is a radical act of resistance, especially when the powers that be are expecting, even demanding, violent response. When we engage our imaginations and reject the harmful stories that we have been fed year after year, create new stories, play new games, sing new songs, dance freely and with abandon, we can enact what is otherwise. Those possibilities playing at the edge of our dreams, still incubating, still waiting to be born. The writer Arundhati Roy wrote, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing." Amen, and blessed be.
Closing hymn is number 1020 in the teal hymnal, Woyaya. Please rise in body or spirit and join us.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Our benediction this morning is by Susan Carlson. We leave blessed by our connections to one another, to the spirit of life. Walk lightly that you see the life that is below your feet. Spread your arms as if you had wings and could dance through the air. Feel the joy of the breath in your lungs and the fire in your heart. Live to love and be a blessing to the earth.
The chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and hearts and souls of each one of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place and share it with those you know, with those you love, and most especially with those you have yet to meet.
Thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you all in person and online. And remember, the annual meeting is right after, so if you haven't signed in yet, please do so. And have a lovely afternoon.